Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Asian Psycho, aka Sniper 98. So, welcome to the Wales log for the month of August. A little bit earlier this time. I'm only 3 days late, as opposed to the usual 7. Busy getting out the other Wales log and Dolphins log videos from my other gacha games that I do these kinds of videos for. In any case, this one really shouldn't be too long, at least I'm hoping that it isn't. Because I need to record and render this video and upload it in a very short amount of time before I have to go off to work today. So yeah, here it is. Characters. So, biggest differences are, I think Heizou was already in my last month's Wales log, I think, considering I recorded those pretty late for the month of July. I want to say, anyway. The banner just rotated in like yesterday, technically 2 days ago for the Asia server, but yesterday for us NA plebs. So since these banners are 3 weeks long, yeah, I think at that point I probably should have had Heizou on my last Wales log. If I didn't, then well, here it is anyway. Sorry for sniffling. I think I got a slight cough when I went to go eat dinner with the parents over the weekend, which I entirely blame them for. In any case, Kazuha. So, initially I said that, oh, I'll be happy with C2 Heizou and C3 Kazuha, and then I changed my mind because I was like, oh, wait a minute, I get paid before the Kazuha banner runs out, because I think, sorry, there's my nose getting stuffed up again. I think the Kazuha banner had like 1 day overlap with like the month of August or something. So I was paid before then, so I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go for C6 Heizou. And in the process, I got C4 Kazuha. So C4 Kazuha is very new. For like the past year, ever since Kazuha came out, I've been working with C2. Really, C2 is the most important one. I don't really feel much of a gameplay change with Kazuha being at C4, so kind of a waste. But hey, C4, so at least it's better than nothing. Heizou. Heizou is C6, as you can see here. Went from C2 to C6, and obviously C6 is quite a bit of a boost in damage, for me personally, anyway. Now my Heizou, if I give him a little bit of give him some attack buffs from like Bennett here and there, he does hit for like 106k or something. I think I hit that on stream. When somebody asked me like, "Hey, I see your Heizou's C6. Can you do some snapshot damage for me?" I was like, "Sure." And so I stuck Bennett into the same team as him, and used Bennett ult and double pyro, and I did a C6 Heartstopper strike or whatever his skill is called, and it hit for 106k. I know I've seen videos going around where people are able to get their Heizous hitting for like over 300k, which is amazing. So, very strong anemo puncher dude. Anemo punch guy. He's like Genshin's answer to One Punch Man, except he has hair. In any case, for the more in-depth stats on him, a little bit less than 16k HP. For Heizou, I have built in for crit stats, as you can see here. I believe this is his optimal build. Yeah, his optimal build, because he doesn't perform as well with in elemental mastery builds. I think he's still decent. If you have more elemental mastery leaning pieces, he can still work well with elemental mastery. It's just that I think for him specifically, it's actually easier to build him crit rate, especially considering what his C6 is. So if you build him EM, then it's like, well, you're kind of missing out on a C6. If you don't have him at C6, then obviously you don't need to worry about it. So I guess you can kind of build him either way. But I decided to build him crit, and especially more so because, well, I end up getting him C6. So there you go. So he has a 1.6% crit rate, 179% crit damage. I think I've heard that his ideal weapon is Kagura's Verity, and I can see that just because you know, if he had Kagura's Verity or something, I would have been able to give him more crit stats, and he would have much higher crit damage stat. But this is okay for me for now. He has 29% energy recharge. He does not need this much energy recharge. I think I've seen people recommend him would literally run no energy recharge on just because it's just not that important on him. Because yeah, he mostly revolves his gameplay revolves mostly around his skill. Getting his skill stacks, and then once he has max, just fucking letting it rip and having him hit for like 100k damage easy. So there you go. But it's nice having some energy recharge on him just because I can spam his ult with him. I gave him Lost Prayer because I had a couple of copies of these lying around, so I was like, you know what, may as well give him this. Seems to work well with him. Gives him more movement speed and more elemental damage, so that's nice. Artifacts. So he has 4-piece Viridescent. Just to take advantage of Swirl. Just take advantage of the Swirl damage. Yeah. He probably has a better artifact set than this, to be honest. But this is what I've given him for now. So there you go. C6. Talent levels 8, 12, 11. Obviously, he needs these things from the Raiden Shogun weekly boss. I could actually get him to level him higher. The problem is that I don't have enough dream solvents, and I complained about this on stream before or recently, where I feel like these days, I think for the past like month or so, it really feels like who is it? MiHoYo has like tweaked the weekly boss drops a little bit, where now I've noticed that I've been getting less dream solvents, and I've been getting a lot more of the prototype belays, like the prototype sword belays, the claymores, basically the items that let you build craft the free-to-play 4-star weapons from the forge or the blacksmiths around the map. So I've noticed that I've been getting a lot more of those, a lot less dream solvents. I used to average like 2 or 3 a week from doing all of the weekly bosses, but nowadays I'm lucky to even get 1. So yeah, I kind of wish I went back to the old days where I got more dream solvents, just because I use those on a regular basis to get everybody's talents leveled up, because it's part of the whole reason why I'm playing Genshin, to level up every character, right? Get them all maxed out as much as I can. But unfortunately for me, I'm gonna have to wait for more of the proper materials to drop, and certainly wait for more dream solvents. Hopefully when we get Sumeru, we get another weekly, so I have another chance of getting I have another chance at getting dream solvents. So in any case, let's say so. I don't think I've made any changes to any of the characters. Pretty sure. Did I mention this last Wales log? I don't think so. I'll mention it again just in case. I have stopped max resin refreshing, because up until the beginning of July, I used to max resin refresh every day. But going into July, because the beginning of July, I went to Anime Expo, and I spent a lot of money there. When I came back, I was like, you know what? I'm going to stop, I'll stop max resin refreshing, using Prima Gems, obviously, and just to save a little bit of money, especially that, and I had to spend a lot of money in other gacha games for that month, so it just made sense to me just to stop max resin refreshing, because there's not really much more I can do to improve my account other than, like, nitpick a certain artifacts on some of my characters, which I really don't need to do. Other than to try to go for the perfect artifact builds for certain characters. And so going to August, I decided to kind of extend that max resin refresh embargo. It's not really an embargo, but I don't really know what other fancy word to call it. And so I will start max resin refreshing once. God, my nose is stuffy. I will start max resin refreshing once. Sumeru comes out. Excuse me, I gotta clear my nose for a quick second. There we go. Sorry for the mic muting. I hope I muted my mic, otherwise that's gonna sound awkward because I just snorted into the mic. But yeah, where was I? Right. So once Sumeru comes out, then I'll start max resin refreshing again. Because obviously we got a lot more materials. We have more. We have new elite bosses to fight and farm for. Because the new Sumeru characters obviously need them. We have more. I assume we're gonna get a new weekly boss. Once Sumeru drops, unless they're saving it for like a future like 3.1, for example, instead of 3.0. But yeah, I'll start max resin refreshing then. But for now, I'm chilling, just big chilling, waiting for Sumeru to come out first. And so yeah, haven't really done much in terms of character improvements. I have been working on Toma's talent levels though, because now that I've leveled Ito's, excuse me, where's my Ito actually? She should, yeah, right here. I know he's like all the way up in front. Now that my Ito is max skill without crowns, of course, there are only 3 characters left that I have not max talented, and those are Heizou, obviously because he's our newest character, and Toma, who I'm working on right now, and where is he? And Goro, who I'm also working on now. Get allotting materials wherever I can, because I ran out of fucking dream solvents. So there you go. Those 3 are the only ones left, and Goro and Toma are the only ones left for the Inazuma characters, only because of the fact that so many Inazuma released characters, and for some reason some of the Liyue characters as well, like the post Liyue release characters like Shenhe. I forgot what Shenhe takes actually. I think she's one of the ones who took it's either Shenhe or Yunjin. Forget who exactly, but yeah, just a lot of characters. A ton of characters took the Signora weekly mats. So only now am I finally getting around to leveling Toma's and Goro's. And even still, I need some more dream solvents to level their talents more quickly. So, but yeah, finally getting started working on them. I'll let you know how the progress goes. So, instead of characters, I've been concentrating on leveling weapons, because I've told you guys before that not only am I looking to level every character in the game and max them out and give them good artifacts, but also I'm looking to max level every single individual copy of every unique weapon in the game. So 5 stars, 4 stars, 3 stars, 2 stars, 1 stars. I think I've had at least 1 copy of every single 5-star weapon in the game max level by now. All these below you see here are just extra copies. Speaking of which, I noticed I have 4 copies of Skyward Harp. I kind of want to go for R5 Skyward Harp, unlike my official, for example, just because. And I'd still have 1 copy of one max level copy of a Skyward Harp left over anyway, because I think somebody used to use this. I think maybe my Venti used to use this. I forget who. Before I switched him off to a Switched him off to a stringless R5 max level stringless. So even if we get like Kole or a Tignari next patch with Sumeru, and they need a really good bow, I have a copy of Skyward Harp ready for them. And I'm sure that because Tignari is projected to be at least our next 5-star, I'm sure that he's gonna show up with a weapon banner that features a weapon that's made for him, right? A bow that's made for him or something. So yeah. I will probably pull the trigger on going for an R5 Skyward Harp, just because I have these copies lying around, and I don't really see myself leveling them up, because I already have one level up over here to give somebody in case they need it. So yeah, those are my 5-star weapons. 4-star weapons. So there's a whole lot of 4-star weapons, and I'm still far from leveling like individual copies of every single one. But I am at least making a concerted effort to do so, especially because now that I've stopped max resin refreshing, I don't really need to farm for characters anymore, because most of my roster is already max level anyway, and because the Sumeru characters, obviously because they're coming out with a new region, right? I can't exactly pre-farm for them, right? Because all 3 of the Sumeru characters need like special materials from Sumeru, like their gems come from Sumeru, I'm pretty sure. Because a lot of them are Dendro, obviously. Excuse me. Their essential materials also come from Sumeru specific materials, stuff like that. Literally, the only material that I can pre-farm for now is for Tignari, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, that is. And that's only because we have the spores from the mushroom enemies farmable from the mushroom enemies, because they Mihoyo gave them to us early through the chasm, because some of them spawned in the chasm. So you can pre-farm for Tignari, but not for anybody else. So and besides that, since those spores are from the daily respawn enemies, obviously we don't really need to use resin for them, and we can just farm for them every day, all chill and stuff like that. So yeah, I've been using my natural resin just on weapon crystals, right? I am doing the heretical method of dumping resin on the blue weapon crystals, which I'm sure will trigger some people if they ever heard about someone doing that. But I digress. Yeah, so I'm working on leveling 4-star weapons. So as you can see here, I've got Moan's Moon, Hamayumi, Windbloom Ode, blah blah blah. So you can see for yourselves all the ones that I've got max level. I'm working on these ones, as you can see here. I've gone ahead and leveled up at least one copy of the rest of the unique 4-star weapons that I have. Just because they don't require weapon their weapon specific materials. Like for example, if I want to level Blackcliff Slash, I need these things, right? And I don't currently have them. So I just decided to get most of them to level 20, just to be able to let me know, like, okay, these are the weapons that I need to work on next at some point. And all the rest of the extra weapons down here should be just should be just extra copies of weapons that I'm already working on. So there you go. I'll do the same for 3-star weapons. As you can see here, I've kind of done the same for the 3-star weapons. Not all of them though, but we'll get around to 3-star weapons as well. And 2-star and 1-star weapons I'll leave for last, just because they're 2-star and 1-star. They probably don't need as much babysitting as the other ones. So yeah. Working on getting all the weapons to max level as well. So there you go. Let me see here. Let's see what else. I think I'm caught up with all the world quests. This is just the Cookie's Hangout event. This is for the summer event going on right now. I'm still very much so behind on it. I'll take a weekend or two, maybe I'll do like a stream or two where I make some good progress on the event. For now, I think my last event progress was a recent stream that I did where I was going through chasm. I was going through the bonsai mountains, where I just rearrange everything. I just search around for as many puzzles and chests that they have to offer, because every connotation, every permutation of the mansions have something for you to explore. So there you go. I only recently finished Kazuha's domain. I was stuck on Kazuha's domain for a long time because the game told me that I was missing one chest on his part 2 domain. So I spent days looking for it, only for me to actually finally do it on stream, so that maybe I could have my chat help me locate where it is, only to find it within the first 5 minutes of me loading up that domain. Cause I don't know why. I guess I just overlooked the spot where that chest was that many times, I guess, even though I swear I've checked it during previous times that I tried looking around for that one chest that I was missing. So, but yeah, now that that's done, and now that I feel like I've explored these bonsai mountains enough, I'll finish what is it? I still have to finish the Bakadanuki Wanderlust quest, where you rescue the two tanuki guys, the raccoon guys that you find on the mountains. So once I'm finished this, then I'll continue on with Mona's side of the event. So I assume the next part is Mona's anyway. But yeah, that should be about it for this video then. God, this is another 20-minute video. But yeah, I will wrap it up there. I am looking forward to Sumeru, whatever preview stream that Mihoyo does for us. Hopefully, it doesn't lag as it doesn't. It's not it's nowhere near as much of a trash fire as it was last time. Apparently, because the last stream I wasn't able to watch because I was at Anime Expo, but I heard the stories. But yeah, hopefully this time they get their act together so we can enjoy the Sumeru preview. But in any case, looking forward to Sumeru and all the new characters and whatnot, new regions and stuff to do. So yeah, that'll be it from me. Take care. We'll see you guys next month, guys. Peace.